Yesterday, I introduced a new way to document your work, but it was confusing and there was just too much information on the page. So I've tried to simplify it, and let's go through this. Number one, not a lot of experience here. Click through all three stages. I need you to see all three stages because now you're not, the final stage in documentation used to be where you claimed your loot and you didn't click that until the last minute. Forget that now. Now, open them all up and look at it. Okay, and Hunters and Healers 2 is going to play into this, but I've simplified this down. A lot of you have just really entertaining blogs, but you have walls of text, some of you. And I appreciate that you really take care of your documentation, but it's difficult to read. So what if we broke, and I want you to create your own version, but I want you to use headers. And I don't care if your header's like that or your header's like that, but I want some way to distinguish between these items. You got to have imagery or a video. You got to have a minimum of one, and it includes works in progress. You know, one isn't the limit. One is the minimum. Has to be there. And you know, the links have to open a lightbox, new window tab for the images, and all of this right here, what you see on the screen, this is what I'm looking for. Your week in review, read that. Read it. Your self-assessment, okay? You're going to give yourself a grade, and you're actually going to quote the rubric, okay? There's an apostrophe here, an asterisk that we'll get into in a minute. But, yeah, be honest. Give yourself a grade for the week. Self-guided learning, and be honest. This is really important. You're going to see why in a minute. Self-guided learning, I want you to learn at least one new thing every week. You know, one, like the imagery, one's not the limit, but you got to learn something new. You got to document it, link to the site, and say how you're going to use it or how you did use it. You got it? Then you reflect on the prior week's goal. Did you get it? Did you hit it? Why didn't you? What happened? Tell, but tell inside something that's separate from everything else. And then make a goal for the following week. Now, you can't really do some of these things until the end of the week, but you can set up your blog with the scaffolding here. And those of you that are doing daily posts, it's not going to work. You're going to have to find a way to break this, to break your old style, bring this into play so that Hunters and Healers becomes crystal clear. This idea that I got 2 or 3 sentences and that's all I need is just complete bunk. So we will have similar blogs, but your documentation will be unique to you. And then you want to express yourself? Okay, you can have additional headings. Go ahead, add your own, do whatever you like down here, but I want these things absolutely positively. You got to attribute third-party sources. The idea that your internal links open in the same window, I'm not requiring you to make a link to your own site in here. That's all your other navigation, okay? And you know about the external links. You got that. Okay, now the loot. This has changed from yesterday. I've added a couple boguses which make good on this promise. You know, it says double loss of loot plus damage. Double loss of loot plus damage. Well, that doesn't look very good. Don't claim this unless you really earned it. Don't claim this unless you really earned it. You know, what was great about it? Seriously? Right here, it's your flatliner warning. This right here. This is not good either. But if you didn't do your documentation, incomplete documentation, and you have until Monday, this is your reward for the week. That's not very good. Now, why so harsh? Building portfolios. You guys have to lead the way for the rest of the school. We have to prove to the teachers. I'm getting so much pushback from teachers who say, oh, you know, I don't know that the students will do it. And, you know, tests are easier to measure you by. What matters in school is that you're learning, that you're engaged, that you're a part of this process, that you're driving change. Is this as far as we're going to take it? I have no idea. Chances are we're going to modify this again. We're going to find out what works, what doesn't work, and we're going to work together to make this happen. All right? If there's any questions, bring them up, and I'll try to clarify this tomorrow. But I want this. Oh, I already started my blog for this week. I can't do it. You're going to get hunted. Hunters, this is what I want on every blog. Okay? You got it? This is what I want. This is what you now can lick your chops about. And the rest of you don't have to go back and change old posts. Leave them alone. This is from week 25 on. This is your guide. Got it? Thank you.